Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I did everything but one thing. So let me finish that one thing.
Oh.
And that is done. Yes, I remembered to share everywhere except my community posts on on YouTube because that's still newish to me.
Oh.
So, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the new year. Yes. I hope everyone's doing all right. 3 days into 2022.
Going pretty good so far.
Yeah.
I am.
Who's ready for 2023?
I'm already ready to get this.
Who's ready? Let's get it.
Let's fucking go, bruh.
Fox, to answer your question, I didn't change mine on purpose because there's no particular reason to yet. And I don't know about Cody. Matt did, however, change his name. That's not what his name
Oh,
was.
yeah. I just thought,
He thought everybody
I mean,
know.
that was last year. And I just thought, maybe not everyone here would know that I'm the 2-time reigning Holiday Bash champion. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everyone was like on the same page with that,
The mild shade. I'm saying hello to only one. Didn't even say hello to me.
Wow.
Dang.
Her desire to shade Matt was so strong. I got pulled in. Collateral damage.
I have to say that's one of my favorite running things that CB and I will do is when the other is on stream is come in and say hi to everyone that isn't them and then just ignore.
I just want it to be 2,000 years in the future so it can be 2,222. Wait, wouldn't that be just 200 years in the future?
Yeah, that would be 2,000 years would be
4,022.
Yeah. So you don't have to wait that long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did say, oh, hi, Capitan.
Hello.
Dang it. Oh, man, that went my goof.
Where went your goof?
Oh, Fox yelled at me to put a space behind my comma, so I put like 10 spaces, and then I just deleted all of them.
StreamYard was on Fox's side.
Yeah, listen, I hate it.
I find a lot of programs are.
I'm just like, I can find you what? 10. Oh, well. Damn it. I'm so excited.
I'm half asleep. It would be 200. That's fair. Speak for thyself. I love math. In fact, when I have a migraine, sometimes I will go do complicated math problems because it soothes my head. So that's what happens when you reach ancient deity status. You stop logicking. How do the mathening with much excitement and vigor. That's how I do the mathening.
I really like math before like
letters.
Complex algebra. I even like simple algebra, but it's when we're getting into formulas and stuff where it's like, all right, enough of that.
I just don't like when there's more than one letter.
Yeah.
The moment X and Y enter that field, I'm out.
The moment you add, see, I think for me, A and B is fine, but X and Y look so close together. I just think it fucks with my dyslexia. So I'm
Makes
like,
sense.
what are these? Why did we need the alphabet in math?
yeah, like I used to like legitimately enjoy math until I got to like algebra 2, and then I was like, wow, this sucks. Done with that.
It's a good
Oh
thing
no,
you're
not at
done.
all. I honestly, like, I hate to say this, but like I'm just really humble about it. But I just want to make sure there's no confusion. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm super humble.
For those who don't know, I throw an annual holiday bath.
They just think Matt's posting about something and I'm just being an asshole.
Yeah, they're like,
about
what
it.
the hell is he talking about?
I know, right?
Yeah, I throw a holiday party in December to just have fun in games and everything. It's annual because it's happened twice now.
Uh-huh.
And Matt has won both. He has been the team captain to win both times. Although
hate my camera.
the margin by which he won this year was
Narrow.
so much smaller.
So narrow.
So much
200
smaller.
points. 200.
One could say he won solely because of his murder girls.
My murder gals were
His murder girls.
they
Listen,
won it for me.
here's actually what made him win was just guessing. Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes, just guessing Full Metal Alchemist.
Utterly just being
so
like,
clutch.
I think it's this, and all of us be like, yes, how'd you get that? And she's like,
That was 500 points, wasn't it?
That
It
was
was.
the 500 point.
Yeah, so I mean
anime
that
question, yeah.
that did it.
And Sam told me, she's like, I'm putting this in just
I
for you,
did.
and
I
will judge
thought
you.
that
Fine.
was. I thought I would get those 500 points. Damn it! But no, she has seen 4
she,
anime,
like,
and that's one of them.
instant. And it was even like an instant answer too, so it wasn't even like we all had to think about it. No, but Jess was just like easy, boop. They're like, oh, Jess. It's like, actually.
There was another one that somebody was like, it was you, Cody. You're like, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Burning God.
Yeah,
No, that was that
underestimated
Matt.
badassery.
Okay, Matt was Burning God. You were underestimated badassery. Yes.
Yes.
Everybody had a moment where I was just like, how?
Stumbling into the answer.
The spacing was another one.
The spacing.
Spacing?
Yes, when I was like Fox's the bane of his existence on other people's graphics, and Jess was like spacing because that's what Sam yells at me.
I also love that we use our personal relationship with you and like
that's what you should do.
All of Fox's answers, like, what has Sam yelled at me the most about for Fox?
Well, and it was funny for that one because like we all said something different that Fox has yelled at us for before.
I know, right?
And you were like, good answer, but no.
But no.
Yeah, that would be accurate. That's one of them.
And CB dominated the Sam burning biscuits category too. I see who pays the most attention to my rage.
It's fine. It's fine.
However, like so we were playing the Jackbox games for New Year's Eve, and we were doing something, and Chris goes, "No, I want to burn the biscuits," and I was like, "How dare you!"
I want the biscuits to be burned.
1, steal my phrase. 2, use it antagonistically toward me. Cocoa. I want some cocoa. I got so many flavored cocoa sampler packs in my closet right now.
Oh.
Indeed you do. All right, we should go ahead and introduce ourselves. After this, more hot cocoa. Yes. Everybody make all the cocoa.
I kind of don't like hot cocoa.
I get it.
Okay, make the beverage of your choice.
It's because it's just I don't like chocolate. It's fine. Unless it's like doused in marshmallows and whipped cream. But that's because I don't like chocolate. Hey everybody, hello, hi.
I'll just eat all the chocolate for you.
Right, listen. So when I tell everyone, like, oh, I bought you chocolates, perfect. Here you go. I don't want it. Now you don't have to feel guilty. Goodbye. Hello, hi everybody. My name is Cody Keller. I am the Sparkle King. I am a gay creator, makes gay shit because straight people have had it too good for too long, and I probably messed it up. Sure, why not? Fuck it. And I am currently working on my debut author novel thing about witches and werewolves and what happens when a werewolf was caught in the middle of a werewolf clan that he grew up in, and the consequences of the actions. Follow me down below in the social medias where we go about and do things, and then we make gay stuff and we do things. Yeah.
I was waiting on you to say actual agent of the gay agenda. Like,
Listen,
how
I
Sam introduced you.
forgot all about that. And
Cody, I
actually,
screenshot it to you.
I know you did, and I was like, I'm gonna steal this. I'm gonna take this. I should make my own list for my intro.
Yes, I highly recommend making an intro checklist.
Because
So
I don't.
great.
I forget everything.
But it's always a nice adrenaline rush to forget that you have to introduce yourself and then just try to rattle something off.
I mean, I always have to go
Which-
first too, and then it's just
what-
like.
What I recommend is not writing out the full intro, because then when you're reading it, you could trip over a word or trip yourself up, or also you might zone too into the words and then you kind of look dead. But definitely like an intro checklist, because then you just make sure to hit all your points.
And I'm about to try to hit all my points.
Yes. Do you have a checklist?
No, it's up here though, kind of a little bit. I'm Matt Hollon. I'm the 2-time reigning Holiday Bash champion. And when I'm not doing that, I'm also a writer, working on my debut dark fantasy adventure novel. I've also got a pirate short story that I'll be doing the final edits for tonight. And then that'll be available to read this upcoming spring. Follow me on all the socials down there to see when and where and how you can get it and read it. And read about more murder gals, because apparently that's my
his thing.
That's my brand, is murder gals. My brand is The Color Pink and Murder Gals.
One of the 2 straight men I have on my streams. And his brand is Murder Gals.
And pink.
I love it. The debut novel.
Oh yeah, Jesse has read the whole first draft. He's the one and only person who have read the whole thing.
Jesse, tell me all the things.
Fox said, wow, he has information now. How fun. All right, so it's my go.
Yes.
Writing mom and chocoholics, Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. On Mondays, I host live streams like this, where sometimes we do lots of writing and sometimes we do let's talk. Like, let's talk about fantasy. Let's talk about Sailor Moon. We're doing another Sailor Moon one this month. We've gotten to season 4 now. Very exciting. Probably also the season I remember the least about, so that'll be a fun rewatch for me.
Same. I was like,
I remember all the characters. Plot's a little dicey. When I put out videos, they will be on Thursday, which I'm still working on getting a backlog of that due to like brain fog, chronic stuff. Finally got my migraine shot at the end of last year, but for those who have followed me for a while, you know that after October, it's family orientation. I barely get work done at all. So I'm looking forward to actually diving into work in January. If you would like to read a sample of my writing so that you know that I am not completely full of shit, you can go to my website, samanthaalnasset.com, to read my spooky flash fiction, Until Pizza Do Us Part. While you're there, you can sign up to my newsletter as well. People who sign up to my newsletter get first dibs at beta reading short stories and, all the fun information. If you would like to help support the channel, you can tip me at my Ko-fi down below.
Give Sam money.
Give Sam money.
And if you would like to support in other ways, you can like this stream, subscribe to the channel, and ring-a-ding the bell, because YouTube hates the live stream algorithm, so it will literally tell you nothing. Anyway. And yeah, so today we're doing writing streams. That's the spiel.
Woo.
I'm looking for my banners. There we go.
I may or may not be signing up for a certain person's newsletter because I don't know if I am or am not.
Yeah, first time for everything.
The first time. More like every time, buddy.
This is the energy that I am here for whenever somebody's like, well, I don't like X food. Instead of like treating them like a weirdo, just be like, I will eat it for you. That's all.
Listen, I tell people, like, whenever I go on dates with people, I know that happens sometimes. And they're like, oh, what's your favorite? I'm like, I don't like chocolate. So if you buy me chocolate, I will give it back to you to eat.
Or, I mean, if you wanted to just have the entirety of your list read Rogue Agent of the Gay Agenda and call it good.
I mean,
yes.
You never know.
Are you a rogue agent, though?
I mean, we usually have our meetings on Tuesdays.
And you don't go to them? Or do you?
It depends. I don't like the current leader. He's not cool. Like, he's kind of kosher, but like he's a little like too.
I didn't know,
you know what I
he was
mean?
a leader.
Yeah, we every few weeks, new president.
Do you vote, or is it like a coup situation?
Well, it depends. So most times we vote, but if we really don't like them, then it becomes a coup situation.
Pandemic agenda sounds so different from the gay agenda now. We just kind of read all day. Shit, I missed that last meeting.
See, listen, I did too. I can't even give you the clip notes. We all know Margaret brought her cookies again.
I want to read the notes. Also, everybody,
the notes be gay do crimes.
So the notes don't look like my notes. Damn it! I need a dissertation.
Can't cheat off me. You can't get on the test.
I wanted to let everybody know that I've returned to my love, Clever Fox. We're friends again.
Praise the fox.
I stopped using Clever Fox halfway through last year because my brain fog was so bad. It was just a waste of money. So I'm very glad to have it back in my life. I
kind of, with my current 2022 trajectory, I was about to say 2021. Let's fuck that up. I kind of want to get another one, and restart that.
Well, there's different ones. Apparently, there's one that lasts 6 months now. I looked at the layout though, and I am a creature. Not necessarily a creature of habit so much as a creature of very particular loyalties. So once I decide this is a thing that works for me, if you want me to try something else, you're going to have to definitely prove to me that it's going to work better. Because I'm like, no, especially if it involves money. I'm like, no, I don't want to buy the new one and then not like the new one and then I don't have anything.
Then I have nothing. And then I have to spend more money to get the one I like.
That's right. Bullshit. Yes! Read it! Fox is 2 hours away from finishing it, and I'm hyped. He's not as hyped, but I'm hyped.
What? Oh my God, Fox! You need to tell me all your opinions.
Which one do you use? I use the Ultimate Achievers. I've been thinking about picking up the medical journal as well because, I keep track of my migraine symptoms and stuff in the regular one. But I'm thinking, especially for checkups and stuff, the medical journal would be better because then it's just the medical stuff. Also, for all those who came here to work, don't worry. In a couple minutes, we will work.
Work.
I need to get back into my Clever Fox.
I love Clever Fox. I highly recommend it. They have come out with several different ones and everything. My brain just died. You can get them on Amazon. I go through the website and just use coupon codes that make it relatively the same price as I would be on Amazon because their customer service is so fucking amazing and sweet. I love it.
Yeah, it's so nice. So kind.
CB's one of her planners got lost in the mail and she emailed them hey, my planner hasn't gotten here yet, and they just sent her a new one. They're
here you go.
Yes.
Plus, I love
the Planner Pro.
It just looks so nice.
There. It does. I especially love the in the daily section. I like the affirmation, and that they come with affirmation stickers too. So if you're having a day where you can't think of one, just go grab a sticker. And then what you're grateful for and what you're excited about. And for me, that puts a positive spin on my day because I wake up a lot of times nauseous or just not feeling good. So that makes me feel a little good about stuff. And I love how there's the weekly section and the day section because I'll just flip between my weekly and decide what I want to get done today for my weekly goals. I could make an entire video on how much I love this fucking thing. Let's talk Clever Fox.
I was gonna say we all have an affiliate link for Clever Fox. We just love them.
One day. They sent me an email. They're you spent enough. You're a VIP now, and I'm I don't know how much that means, but I'll use it. My next step, affiliate.
I may or may not be currently looking at them right now. I'm about to order one.
Do it.
I also they sell these little budget envelopes, which I really love because like say I worked a convention and then I want to like take $60 to put 20 each in my kid's savings account. I'll just put those in like this little envelope and then put it up, and then that money doesn't get touched until I can get to that side of town with the bank. And it's like it's out of sight, out of mind, but it's safe. And I love it. They're so good.
I am also probably going to order those too because I've been looking at like TikToks where they do that and I'm like, that looks so smart.
Yes, and you can just you can buy the envelopes just themselves, and they come with the little budget cards that you can put in the envelope, so you can keep track of how much is in there. It's great.
And also like I'm trying to go like more like cash only.
Fox says, you are a creature of stubborn. I think they should rebrand Too Clever PHOX and give me royalties. I'm sure I deserve it. You say Fox enough on stream that they should just accept that you're the perfect person. Thank you. Everybody, email Clever. No, don't do that. I'm kidding.
Cleverfox.com/contact us.
And there's different ones too. So like I definitely recommend looking at. They have videos on some of them. They'll also have picture like screenshots of the pages. So just like looking at the pages. A lot of them have very similar formats with just like one or two things different, which seems anal, but I appreciate it because sometimes I'm like, I don't like that so much. And then I look at a different one and I'm like, oh, but I like that. So. And they like come out with new stuff. Because when I started buying Clever Fox, it was pretty much just the different planners, and then for as long as I've been ordering it, they've come out with health journals, health planners, like weight loss trackers, food diaries, like which I think that was the first one they came out with, was a food diary. And then the budget stuff, they came out with different budget planners and the envelopes. And they've actually, some of their planners, they'll like come out with a version and then they'll get customer feedback and they'll be like, hey, we've improved it and added such and such. So based on what everybody said. So I love them.
So there's a pocket planner.
Don't play. I'll send them look, I'm not going to ask you to. But I'm not going to be mad if you do, all right? Because I love me some Clever Fox.
There's a pocket planner that I think I might get. Because I don't know, I guess my one problem I didn't even think about until I saw this was like my Clever Fox was like really big.
So this one fits in my purse, but it is like roughly the size of my head.
Yeah. And I'm like, I have
too many. None of you know how big my head is. But, okay, this is an average. This is a 2-liter, so it's
like they big, like because I had one. It's a big boy, and I'm like, I have enough big heavy things in my bag. I kind of don't want to add another one.
The budget planner is only like yay big.
So yeah, they have like this pocket planner that's like a weekly because I like the weekly. It's like the weekly, monthly goal thing. I'm like, not so much daily because like I think I'll like too hyper focus on that. So I might try this.
Yeah, I like to use my phone just in the notes app for daily planning stuff, and then Clever Fox for planning out my week.
Yeah, or I'd be like, oh, hey, this is what I want to get done this week. And then it's like, okay, cool. Well, my day, there's still day stuff, but it's not like one day's an entire page.
Fox said, Cody, don't call out Sam's big head. Because I was like, it's as big as my head. And you're like, yeah, it's huge.
You know what? I have very strong emotional feelings about the particular item.
I didn't even think about it either.
Like, yeah, it's just...
It's like, it's huge. But I think it's, compared to other planners, I think it's actually medium or small. But the budget planner is much smaller.
Ooh, a budget book. Ooh, I like the budget book.
That's what I mean, the budget book. And there was something else I was going to say, and then I got distracted. Oh, yeah. I hyper-focus on the day-to-day stuff because of my brain fog. So, like, in the morning when I wake up, I think about because the other thing, for those who are new to Clever Fox, I promise I pulled up the timer. We will start printing in a moment.
We will stop talking about Clever Fox at some point and then resume it after we are done.
I will take Q&A, Clever Fox Q&A after. But, they divide work to do and life to do. which I really, really appreciate, because one of the reasons that planners hadn't worked for me in the past was that they just put it all in one thing. And I am trying to write a novel, run an author platform, and be a stay-at-home caregiver for my kids. So it's like a lot of time.
Oh,
You're
but
just
you're right.
in enough spots.
Oh, but you're right though, because like I am also trying to do my own work stuff at my job, and then my author platform, write a book, and also do live stuff. Oh, maybe I should get a big one. I'll just bite the bullet. It'll be fine. You've convinced me.
Cody?
Just buy everything on the website.
Buy all the things.
Try it all out.
Buy all of that.
Try it all out.
Yeah.
Decide on your favorite one.
Yeah. Just go from there.
Yeah, like ultimate sampler at an Applebee's, but they're planners.
If it is financially feasible, I would say try a weekly and a daily and just see which one jives.
I thought you were saying to try every single thing.
Not
Absolutely.
No, there's too many.
Like I'm on Amazon, and girl, that's a lot.
You should probably try every color too, to
just in case. Like, oh man, I really don't like this purple, but this mystic blue, it's it.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the lavender, but that's just me. You should try every color that they have on the website.
I got a planner a while back and finished planning out the week and decorated some things on it, make it pretty nice. I am so behind in updating. I feel that.
Yeah.
A clever Q&A for a set of Foxy friends. Yes, do it. Sam's probably got. You know what? I will one day. It'll just be me.
A Fox timer?
It'll just be me recording me on my doing my clever Fox. That's all it will be.
So we'll have the Matt Snacks timer and the Sam Clever Fox timer.
Yes.
Yep, just.
Yeah, I have to have my clever PHOX timer first, or he may mutiny. We can't have that. I need my thumbnails.
I love that that's the reason. It's like, I need my thumbnails.
Because the quality of my thumbnails on my channel suddenly drops, and everyone's like,
Sam, what happened?
Fox got in a fight. He stopped being friends with me.
You can tell you and Foxy are really mad at each other when your thumbnails just go shoop.
Fox was like, I was going to suggest let's talk Clever Fox February 7th, but no, it's today. And then he went, oh, I would. He would.
The thumbnail's just like a stick figure.
Okay, Matt, count us down.
All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and go.
And we're back.
Yay, we back.
So first, what was everybody working on? That because we forgot to let people know. I am arranging my January schedule for the live streams.
Okay.
Ooh, excuse me. So
Um,
I spent the 20 minutes contacting possible guestesses.
well, my plan for the night was to work on like author platformy stuffy. So
Mhm.
like possibly building a website tonight or like starting that process. Making sure all my socials look the same. And then I just spent the entire time looking at planners and comparing them.
Yes, I mean, I highly recommend.
Like when I tell you, I literally have 5 pages up of different Amazon listings of Clever Fox pages and just scrutiny looking at each photo like, what's the difference? What's the difference? Like, this is the level of research.
Even if I had an affiliate link and got paid, I would still like recommend, looking into different planners and stuff. Like Clever Fox was not the first planner I tried. It's just the first planner I tried that resonated with me. I actually didn't buy my first Clever Fox. I won it in a giveaway.
Oh, okay.
So it was risk-free for me. But yeah, so like basically once you find the Clever Fox you think you want to order, I would then go look at a couple other planning brands just to because everybody's needs are different. I'm just going to gush over my Clever Fox planner all fucking year long because it works for me and it works really well. But I'm always pro finding what works for you the best.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah. And I'm the person, like, if Joe Schmo planner works the best for me, guess I'm using Joe Schmo planner.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to find the best Clever Fox planner that works right now.
Good. Hello, everyone. In this one, I had to finish up a work project. Cool. Got Clever Fox stuff and made more food. What stuff did you get? Can I know?
And what food did you make?
I'm setting up parts of my planner system. I have multiple planner/journals I will be using. Cool. I'm all for hearing about it if you want to. No. Fox had yelled at you, and then he's like, he realizes you said, or start the process at the end, but still, he yells that building a website is not a one-day thing.
Listen, I said starting the process. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I figured it's not. I figured it's going to be
You're like building the website, and I was like, are you like really good at building websites?
I'm really good at using Squarespace.
Let me tell you, Fox spent like 2 months doing the concept for my website before he even started building the website. So
yeah, like when I say start building, I mean like getting mood shit together, putting up a palette, like literally like the dregs.
I made a plan to get my book club books finished, how many pages I need to read, and soon the books I'm currently reading will be finished, and I can start a new book from my TBR. Nice. I have school I should be doing, but it's mostly done, and tomorrow isn't busy. That's fair, as long as you got things under control. A daily planner pro and a budget book and ramen because I'm a college student.
Hey, ramen's good though.
I feel this.
It is. It do be good.
I have to click on Jess's message because my Discord keeps going like, you have new messages. And I'm like, oh, Fox. Not Fox.
Every time I see the one, I'm like, is it an everyone tag, a specific group's tag, or is someone messaging me tag?
I feel this. That's why I like on my phone when all of the messages are just there. Like I'll go to sleep with no messages. I'll wake up and there's just So the first like 5 minutes of my day is like, is this no.
Is this for me or is it for like everyone as a general thing?
Yes, exactly. Also, I don't remember the context earlier, but Fox and I were joking, and Fox was like, I mean, you could just put Matt every week. And I'm like, I could. He would do it. But I don't want to do that.
Matt month.
The month of Matt. It's what happens when you win the holiday bash.
We have
the entirety next month.
You're not obligated to just be every week. There was I think we've never had a full month of Matt. We're always one Monday short. And like sometimes we'll go into the next month, but we've never actually had a top to bottom month of Matt. We should do that one day for like your debut.
Yeah, we did that
I was
debut
gonna say,
month. I'm here every week.
I was channeling CB when I was like, do we really want a month of Matt?
Cody is so team CB.
Just because you were on her team for one holiday bash.
I will say, I was channeling CB so hard because my brain was like, but do we really want a month of Matt? Like, that's something CB would say.
CB would be like, only if I'm there too.
Yeah. So we could fight the entire time.
Just a full month of bickering.
The full month of peanut butter war.
I've discovered the way for peace is just to give them a common opponent. They team up real fast. Like true rivals in an anime or YA. It's like, I hate your guts, but the big bad is here. Let's put our differences aside. Ah!
Yeah.
I'm just picturing like someone like evil showing up and one of us being like, no, only I can be mean to them.
It's one of those are my favorite moments in fiction.
It's so good.
One day, we or someone will write the fan fiction.
I think it's like we or someone.
I believe in the devotion of fans. If we ever get that big. Also, what timer do we want our theme to be? Because I definitely remembered to start the break timer.
Pirates.
Let me look at. Okay, it's only been 4 minutes. So we'll start a 10-minute timer for the break.
Werewolves.
Werewolf pirates.
I was just about to say that.
Pirate wolves.
Pirate wolves.
Werewolf pirates might be a fun
concept. Matt, do you want to collab? I'll write the werewolf side, you write the pirate side. We got this.
It's gonna be gorgeous.
It's gonna be amazing.
RP's like, RP's like I'd be down for a whole month of Matt or of CB or both.
Or of war.
But not of me. I see how it is. It's fine.
Or Cody.
It's fine.
Well, Cody, you have to make your war stance more cement. I don't know.
Who's on the side of crunchy and who's on the side of peanut butter? Of smooth? I forgot.
Smooth over here.
I will not lie. I always forget.
Say
it. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I will never say it because I'm never sure.
Okay,
but I'm Captain Smooth.
That would make sense. Yes.
Yeah.
I know when you label yourselves, but sometimes I'm just sitting there and I'm like, yeah, so Matt's peanut butter.
Also
like
Matt's team.
We made fun of the college bread. Like as much as the detail as I can remember.
That's why we need the wiki.
That's why I need the wiki.
Secretly, it's just Sam needs it. Everyone else is fine.
There's a Mila note with all of the detail, so much detail, and it's just so I can keep track of it.
And then occasionally I'll peek in. I'll be like, Sam, I need help. Abort.
RP would like to say, we were talking about CB and Matt. Month of Sparkle King would be cool too. There you go. The people also.
I appreciate the backpedaling.
Team Cody, my fellow werewolf witch storyteller. See, there you go.
See, there I am.
It's just because you have not officially become an apprentice to the ancient immortal deityhood.
So where do I put in my application?
You just tell me.
LinkedIn.
All right, cool. Let's go. He's like, Matt's like, you link, I'll send you a link. You send it back to me. I'll send it to her.
Apparently, it's horribly out of date because I forgot I even had it until Matt or Fox the other day was like, Sam, your LinkedIn is not updated, and I was like, I have a LinkedIn.
Who?
Oh,
like,
I also have one of those.
It has all your old information. And I'm like, He's like, your old author website is also up. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I never deleted that. I was very lazy.
That's very lazy.
It was a different time. Like, if anybody finds it, they find it.
No, I was saying, Matt will send me a link to it. I'll send it back to him for him to be like, yes, I'll submit this for you. Never submits it.
I put it in a little mail cubby with like cobwebs and dust.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, the first step is just to be like, Sam, I'm your apprentice now. And then I go, okay, cool. The second step is to then figure out how much my other apprentices are trolling you about the process.
I mean, I figured this always happening. I already called you
It's weirdly competitive for a course that has no competition.
Oh, listen,
but also I don't stop them. So I think we've talked about it before, but like if it were an actual like YA or something and it were an academy, I would definitely be one of those headmasters that did nothing but let the children go wild.
Yeah. You'd realistically be Dumbledore. Like, you kind of don't
that hurts so much, but I can't deny it.
It's such a deep cut, but it's so true.
Of all of the mentors,
he kind of doesn't do much. He just kind of lets the kids figure it out.
The third step is to pass Fox's test that Sam didn't sanction.
Oh, Fox has a test? Fox, send me this test. I need to know this.
I'm going to spend the first 3 months just being like, oh, you haven't done initiation yet? Good luck.
It's been like 5 years, and Matt and CV are like, what do you mean you didn't do Fox's test? Oh.
Uh-oh.
You're so
Don't
behind.
go outside when it's cloudy.
Yeah,
don't do it.
Cody the Sparkle King sounds like a league champ.
It does. So I'm your apprentice now. Cool. Step 1 done. Fox, this test, please. Thank you.
You have to go through step 2.
Step 3.
Yeah.
What was step 2? I have to figure out. Oh yeah, if you guys are trolling me or not.
Yeah.
Step 2 is attention to detail.
Steps.
Probably.
There's also phases. Apparently, like they went through a vampire phase. Pirate training. Don't worry, the vampire phase ends.
Yeah.
That's
contrary to popular belief, it's like a few weeks and then you're better.
Because
I don't know where they got the whole immortality thing from.
Ancient immortals of mysterious and unknown origin really play by their own rules when it comes to becoming one.
I'll say also, so they're vampires. Okay, cool.
Also, babyface is a small requirement, which you're fine there.
I was gonna say, let me go shave real quick. Done.
That's how it all starts. You're 28 and somebody thinks you're 14, and you're like, what the fuck?
Done. I am in. Shit. My boss asked me to see my ID the other day. I said, sir, I'm 27. He said, I don't think so. I was like, okay, here you go. It's like, oh, you are? Like, yes, I know how old I am. I am aware.
That makes one of us. I was talking to Fox and I was like, yeah, a couple of years ago when I was 20 something. 7, 8, 9, I don't know.
Oh,
not me just like being like, how old am I right now?
Also, not me being like, wait, how old is Matt?
Let me look it up.
Thinking the same thing. Like,
also, I will say my regulars are such good sports about like everything because I like for my How I downloaded the app How About to try to like test it for scheduling purposes. And it was like, yeah, we'll put birthdays. You just need to like add them to your Google Calendar. Google Calendar's like to add like birthdays. We need you to add them to Google Contacts. I'm like, why is this so? Anyway, and so it's all like, yeah, just add their birthday, and I add like their month and day, and it's like it's not showing up without the year, and there might be a way to do it, but I did not know how. So I was just like, yo, I need your birthday and like the year you were born, and none of them asked why.
Nope.
Nobody did. They were just like, here you go, Sam. And I'm like, okay, cool. One of my best friends, though, he was all like, why? I'm like, what do you think I'm doing, Adam? And he's like, I'm just curious. And so I was like, I'm adding you to my calendar. And he's like, oh, okay.
But here's the question. Is Adam secretly the smartest one out of all of us? Because he's the only one that asks questions where all of us are like, here you go.
After a few minutes, I was like, oh, she never explained what she needed that for. And then
I didn't have to wait. She told me like 2 minutes later.
I'm like, you know what? So long she doesn't also ask for like my mom's maiden name, it probably isn't anything fishy.
Like, to be fair, I'm certain the only reason Fox didn't ask why is because I was like, I need your birthday for my calendar. He was like, here.
Hold on, I think you literally just asked me, what's your birthday?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, here you go.
But, well, also, for anybody who may think I'm a bad best friend because I don't know my best friend's birthdays, they are a month and a day apart. And the numbers are really close. I mean, the years are different, but the months and the day confuse me. So I get them mixed up. So I'm always like making one of their birthday the month before and the other one the month after. And I'm like, and it doesn't help that one of their birthdays matches the birthday of my best friend in high school.
I literally just got, yo, what's your full B-day?
I wasn't going to say what your birthday was, sir. I was trying to figure out how to explain it without saying it.
I mean, I'm not going to say what my
Getting
birthday.
yelled at.
Oh. And then I also gave you the time I was born too.
You did. I was like, I appreciate.
I gave you the time and the day. It's like 8:04 a.m. on a Thursday.
Oh, you know what day of the week you were born on?
Yeah, I do.
I think I was born on a Tuesday because I feel like I looked it up before.
Mine's a Monday or a Wednesday. I don't remember which.
So the only reason why I know it because there's a lot of apps that like ask for your birthday, and I just go calendar out. 94.
Now I want to go look up
March 3rd. Okay,
No.
cool. March 17th. Oh, cool. It's a Thursday. Dope. Sweet. Moving on.
To be fair, I never get yelled at for mixing it up. He's just dramatic and tells me that I don't.
My bad. I was born on a Sunday.
Oh, the Lord's Day.
Now I gotta double check me.
I never knew my best friend's birthday for the longest time until Facebook told me. And then after a good 3 years, I was like, I think I remember when your birthday is. And they're like, you don't remember? I'm like, oh.
It was a Thursday.
Birthday buddies.
Yeah. Kind of. Matt's more my birthday buddy, sharing the actual month and day.
Yeah. But still.
Fox was like, Cody, please do go ahead and steal my identity. I dare you. Like, no security questions give a fuck about the day you were born or the time you were born. Only your horoscope apps care.
Yeah, I was straight up like, here's my birthday. By the way, I was born at this time at this date. Here you go. And you're just like, that's very thorough. I'm like, yeah.
It's like, I appreciated it.
Yeah, she did. Yes.
I love that wine glass.
Especially since my besties were just like, here's the month and day. And I'm like, I need the year too.
Well, you did say full birthday, so I'm pretty sure I wasn't the first one you asked at this point. You understood the formula at this point.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah. You knew how to ask by this time for a birthday gift.
I'll say I could cheat with all of my regulars from last year because I had it written in my schedule for last year. So I just needed the years.
Also, mine's easy because it's a holiday.
Is it?
It is.
What
Not
holiday?
me looking up Cody's birthday. This stream, this specific rest sprint has just been me looking up birthday information, including my own.
But just remember, Cody wasn't a regular last year.
No.
Cody, when were you born?
Hold on, I'll get it. March 17th. Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
Hey,
oh!
My middle name is Patrick.
Huh.
I usually like to use that as a hint for people. They're like, oh, when you're born? I'm like, on a holiday. Like, oh, what holiday? I'm like, I'll give you one hint. They're like, what? I'm like, my middle name starts with a P. And then they're like, what?
I was about to say something, and then Jess would be able to get mad at me.
Oh.
Because, well, the dates for our event are in my phone, so. Everybody knows it's in March, but I was about to make a comment on which weekend.
Yeah.
She'd be upset. She'd be like, Samantha.
Samantha?
I'm sorry,
You got full government name.
I have brain fog.
I don't know why I thought your middle name was Louise for a hot second. Samantha Louise Nasset.
Jess and I actually have the same middle name, but it's spelled differently.
I feel like I heard it before, but I do not remember.
Lynn.
Okay,
I was right.
But mine is, but my mother spelled it Lyne because she wanted it to be unique. However, as far as I am concerned, that would then be pronounced line.
Yes, I remember this conversation now.
Like lime. That's also Lyme. So whenever she's around and I'm introducing myself, I'll just be like, yes, I'm Samantha Line. And she'll be like, Samantha, is that what I named you? And I'm like, I can read, mother.
I can read, mama.
She gets so upset.
And then you're like, I'm going to just do it more. The more you get upset, the more I'm going to do it.
I'm very upset by the spelling. It is an ugly spelling, and I will never forgive her for adding the E. Because if she had just been Lyn or Lynn, it would have been fine, and it would have been a very nice way to spell it. But no, it looks like Lyme disease.
It looks like a disease that should be in a book.
And so I will forever mildly harass her about it. Like, if it genuinely upset her, I would stop, but it's just that mother annoyance. Why did I give birth to this one?
Yeah. I get it. I'm that type of person where, like, I love picking on people unless it, like, legitimately hurts their feelings.
Same. I just found out I was born on a Wednesday and also Women's Equality Day. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. My family has a motto that I carry on to my children, and it's not fun if not everyone's having fun. And that's the rule. So, like, my grandmother was always like, she didn't care what we said. It mattered how we said it and what was the intention behind it. So I fully grew up playing Mario Kart and Mario Party with me and my grandmother calling each other bitch.
Yeah.
Because she'd be like, you little cheating bitch. And I'd be like, you old hag. Fucking, bitch, you hit me with a turtle shell. So, because we were just, it was just fun.
Just like so for New Year's, my roommates and I got, tipsy. We had to pepperoncinos. And I fixed something very easy on my car. I never fix shit on my car, right? And I told my roommates, like, I fixed the first thing out of the car all by myself. And my roommate's like, did you? Did you now? And I'm like, you were such an asshole. You are the worst. He's like, oh, did you? What did you fix?
I was like, sir, you're about to get punched in the dick.
Yeah.
That's how this is going to go.
Luckily, I knew how he is. Like, I've known him for 10 years. So it's like, and I knew he was drunk. But, like, the next day, he's like, I felt really bad. I hope you know I didn't mean to be an asshole. Like, you kind of were. But it's fine. I get it.
There's just certain ways in which my friends can be assholes to me. But there's other ways in which they know I will full-on punch them if they do it.
Yep.
And that is one of them. Condescension is a trigger for me. I'm like, look, your friend is very laid back. I'm a very peaceable person. But you press those buttons and you're going to see the violent, toxic side of me that I repressed.
For so long. There's so much anger in there because I just keep pushing it down and it's going to come up all at once.
You're going to see the volcano. All right. So we're going to do a 20-minute sprint with this very precious pupper. I could not find Pirate Wolf.
Oh, I just want to snuggle his face with my face.
I know, he's so pretty. Also, I saw a tweet earlier that was like, cats have lips. And I was like, they do. So do dogs.
They do.
But it's like something I always knew but never processed. So then I was just like sitting there going, whoa.
Oh my god. And then you look at your dog and it looks at you like, you have lips. And then just licks his chops and goes back to sleep.
Nabby would just get her little like demon smile, like pit bulls. I don't know how they get those little smiles, but they full on their whole face just
kitties.
splits, and they're like,
yep. I love
like,
kitties.
who's my little demon puppy?
Who's my little demon baby?
All right, so count us down.
We're gonna go on 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're back.
Woo!
He is semi-discovering that Jess and I just, for some reason, send horrifying gifs of things to each other. Like, to confirm her appearances on the schedule this month, she sent this gif of a chicken with arms.
Okay.
It's just a humor quirk that we share, I guess, and I never really thought about.
Mm.
Yes, so everybody has now I should put up. Yes, how did everybody do that sprint? I'll start us off. Everyone has confirmed January. So, and I've started bugging those that I need pictures from for photos. So we did.
I'm running some of the edits by critique partners.
Yes.
And this stage of editing is so frustrating because it's basically I'm at the point where we're at lines that I really, really love, but it's like, this needs some more clarity. And I'm like, fine. Or like changing one individual word. And I'm like, but I like that word. It's like, but it's been in the paragraph 4 times already. It needs to go. And I'm like, but I like it.
But I like it, guys.
We can tell. What?
Trust me, we know.
We know you like it.
Yeah, it's the part of the editing process where I can just be a petulant little toddler and just go, ah, and just
that's me the whole time.
Throw a tantrum as I delete words.
It's literally me, like, most of the time. So to my credit, I only do it to myself or critique partners that I know will understand. So I'm not a petulant child to everybody, but like, especially Fox's edits. This poor man, I am more petulant to him than any other human on this planet, I'm certain. Because he'll just be like, you have an extra space here. And I'll be like, your face has an extra space there. There's like no need for the level of petulance.
You and I also just realized.
Yes.
Me and Fox have hit the level of friendship where he edits, where he critiques my titles and yells at me because they're not proper grammar. That just hit me, and I'm like, we're at that level of friendship.
Fox said, "Be true to your heart, Matt," and then he said that I wound him.
No, I love when I'm editing for someone, and whenever I tell them to delete a word or a comma or any punctuation, instead of saying delete, I always just try to think of the most destructive, violent means.
I try to get creative.
Yeah. The amount of times I've told people to like shoot that comma directly into the sun, or to douse it in gasoline and throw a match at it.
I love that. So I'm gonna get an ego in DMs probably. However, I have been writing for vastly longer than the majority of people I interact with. Like I can only think of 2 people off the top of my head who have been writing as long as I have in my circle. So I'm very used to having far more critiques for my partners than they'll have for me. And a lot of times it's habits that that they have because they're new, or just because they haven't been writing for a while. So I don't want to just say the same thing over and over and over. Thus, I try to come up with like creative ways to say it. So a lot of times when like a sentence is just too long or too wordy, I'll be like, divorce them.
Divorce them.
Separate them. These 2 need to be removed from each other's company. And then if I want one combined, I'm like, marry these 2. Send them on a date.
So, put them on a date. Set them up.
Oh, gosh.
Stuff like that.
Slap them on a boat and have it set sail.
One of the things I specifically have to do for Fox, which I've said I've done it on stream before, so hopefully I don't get yelled at, is narrative voice is one of the things he asked me to help him with on his writing. And he can do narrative voice. It's just his default voice is his voice. It's weird because it's not the way he talks. It's just the way he narrates his stories. And I call it old man Fox voice because it's not quite old man fantasy, but it's like they're related. So sometimes I'll just shorthand OPM, and he'll be like, but I like my old man, or just tell me to get off his lawn and shit like that.
Get off my lawn.
So if you don't have a critique partner, you can just have fun with. I don't know.
What's the point? What's the point?
I forget what it meant.
Right,
but
hold on. Mary played with planners and journals and came to the realization that that happens. Like,
fair.
are you new to planners and journals, or is this like a system that you're used to and you're just overwhelmed in this moment?
That's
Fuck,
just
sent
me
me a
constantly.
crying gif. I started doing stuff on my computer. Okay, cool.
I was looking up. I have made a Squarespace account, and I was looking up templates, and that's about as far as I got. Because then I was like, "Oh, there's so many. I don't understand any of these."
That's fair. I cannot help anyone. If anybody, like, if any of my friends specifically, like, if they need help figuring out like their brand or figuring out where to start and stuff, I'm like, I got you. I got advice. I got help. I can, help you by telling you things that I did. And if you like need a website host, I've got some pros and cons because I have learned things. But like the actual building of it, I'm like, I built mine poorly 11 years ago. My new one is built by Fox, and he still does most of the upkeep, but I can edit my progress bar on my projects. And I can do basic CC stuff. So if I like want to bold things or add text and things, I know how to create a page and how to like get all the text and stuff in that page. Although Fox and we do have like a list of things that we want to add to the website, and there's certain things. So I'll be like, here's all the text for it in my note. Am I allowed to touch it? And he's like, no. He's like, don't think about it. I'm like, okay.
Well, I think
child, if you can't hear it, you should go watch TV in your room.
Damn, the shade.
She just ignored me and moved to the other side of the couch. I'm not near the couch, mind you. She just moved to the other side.
Damn. And like, it's super funny because like I help my boss with our website, so like, in a sense, he knows what he's doing, but like in my head, I'm like, I'm an idiot. So it's someone who knows what he's doing and an idiot trying to put a website together. Like, it's already pre-established and everything. I'm just like cagely adding a thing or two or editing text, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. There's a lot going on here, and I get to fuck with colors one day. Boy, that's going to be a fun time. There's so many things that have colors that I have to touch.
I was very proud of like my old website when Fox looked at it, because I was like, all right, I want your honest opinion. Tell me if it's trash. And he's like, it's not trash. It's not good, but it's not trash. And I was like, it's not trash.
I did it, guys! So I did it.
But now the problem is, now I know enough to judge if other people's websites is bad to a level. Not enough to tell you if it's like good, but I can tell you if they're shitty things, because I've heard enough.
I've heard enough. I've been yelled at enough times.
Not new to planning by a long shot. Okay, cool. My problem is I'm addicted to them, and I want to. Got you. See, this is why I'd ask for clarity instead of going into spiels, or at least I try. Not related, but I found fanfic for my new fave ship, so instead of reading an actual book, I'm gonna read fanfic. I mean, valid sometimes, yo. That's just how it be.
Oh, I completely forgot. I have a whole ass comparison list of planners like Clever Fox from 2020 for 2022. Because the hyperfixation / ADHD brain kicked in real hard, apparently. Oh.
Excuse me. I mean, that's kind of good, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Like, I'm not low key still working on prepping for my January streams. You have no proof.
I have 31 tabs open. What are half of them? I couldn't tell you, but I have them open. I looked at them.
You might need them.
I might need them.
Cody, I have different windows open with different Google tab folders.
Oh, I also have entirely different web pages open. We're not going to talk about those.
I have one for fantasy. Oh god, the tabs there.
We're not going to talk about the other windows. I only see this one window. We're not talking about the others.
Meanwhile, I have one window with 3 tabs. And that's
God, what a dream.
Because I can't have other stuff open.
Website making is hard. Then my mom complained because she demanded to pay for it yet didn't want to. Wait, who demanded to pay for it but didn't want to? I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Fam is confused, and that's okay.
Yes. But now aren't you too glad that you don't have to send me photos?
I should send you
waiting
more.
on 2. Yeah, Fox would love more professional photos. I have a folder in your folder for Fox approved photos.
And there's like 3.
I finally had a photo shoot at the end of last year.
The photo for the folder for Fox approved folders. Ugh. The photo for Fox approved photos in your folder, Cody, is empty.
Oh, none of them are Fox approved? Okay.
No. See, Fox's minimum for being usable and there's a difference between usable and approved.
Okay. Because my goal for this year is to actually do more photo shoot stuff too.
Yeah.
So I have that on my goal for this year.
I only have 5 photos in my Fox approved photo.
Okay, so these are
how many do
so these are high
have that are Fox approved?
That are Fox approved? I don't know. He hasn't gone back through them since you sent yours in.
Gotcha.
So these be high standards.
Right now, 0.
So I'm a good company.
Here's hoping. Here's hoping the photo shoot got me some Fox approval.
I have a checklist for my regulars. 12 Fox approved photos. Jenna is the only one.
But she did it.
I'm not on this list because Fox demands that I just regularly get him new photos of me. So I can't get away with just 12. Fox said Matt might get 2.
2? 2?
Listen, I still got
many.
I still got 0, bruh. It's fine.
But I sent so many.
Yes. Now you know how I feel. I've done like 6 photos.
And then Fox is still like, so where are those photos, ma'am? And you're like, I sent you so many. And you're like, but these are all boring and old. I need new ones. You're like, fuck.
I do. Oh, my mother did it. I don't know why, but she did. Okay. Fox is like, I have standards, Matt.
I'll also let you know, I'm currently looking up in my 31 tabs, and I have a 32nd that I'm looking up for professional photographers.
Let me tell you, he's so slightly in my own defense, because I feel like I need to defend myself here. My photographer is new, so while her composition and her actual photo taking is good, the quality of the photo is it's too small for his approval and stuff. So that's why. But my photographer is getting better and taking a class on her photo editing thing. So I'm hoping, because we have another shoot planned for this year. So hopefully I'll get some Fox approved photos.
That would be a fun thing to do. I might try to do like a yearly photo shoot.
An annual one? Fox would definitely think it. So also, to be fair, Fox thinks that like my regulars, he's like, really, if they just have 2 or 3 like really good photos a year, he's like, that's more than you can ask for because you're just my guest. Me though, he's like, so photos. Better photos.
There's like a monthly meeting between you and Fox, where he just sits, where like you get into a call and you're just sitting there, just like photos.
Fox said maybe he's like maybe 3 if I can use the one I like, and then he's like, look, 2 is a good thing, Matt.
Which is the one he likes? Is it the one where I'm digging through garbage?
Oh.
Is it that one? We have to give him a moment.
Did I send you the one of me digging through garbage? Yes. I think I did. Yeah.
You did. Yeah, because like I enjoy having the variety, especially goof photos are very welcome because then they can be paired with my goof photos, and I love my goof photos. And it's so sad when everybody sends serious photos and then I can never use my goof photos.
We definitely need to save the me looking in garbage one for a Let's Talk where we're talking about something that I hate.
Let's talk.
And then just have me looking in a garbage can.
Let's talk crunchy peanut butter.
Another thing we were joking about earlier was that like because so Jenna Marassi is doing live streams this month, and I know her entire roster. And I was like, yeah, I will be there this week, and then Matt, you'll be there next week. Mm-hmm. And you're talking about fantasy, and I was like, because he can't escape it. Because you've done 2 Let's Talk Fantasies on my channel, and so Fox is like, he should rebrand himself Old Man Fantasy. I'm like, no, he should be New Man Fantasy. So we were just having. Now my regulars know that Fox and I just regularly talk about them. It's fine.
I figured y'all did. I'm just curious what y'all say about me. That's it.
He said it's not. It's the one where he looks super disgruntled. The digging through garbage is good, just not approved, but I enjoy it. So
you know what? That's good enough for me. The one where I look super disgruntled. I need to pull up.
It's a personal.
My album.
I need to see this.
Probably, it's probably the one for the holiday bash. Fox, am I correct? He's like, we sure do, regulars. I honestly can't remember right now, Cody.
Fox, have you had an itemized list of everything else said about me?
No, it's not that one. Send me the one where he looks disgruntled so I can show it to him, because I'm thinking of 3.
Yeah, I have my folder pulled up.
I refuse.
Is it the one where it looks like I'm in pain?
Still, send it to me. No, there was one that I was like, I would be, if CB had a matching facial expression, it would have been fine. But you look so disgusted that I'm like, anybody who doesn't know them is just going to think he's an asshole.
Yeah. Okay, I think I know the picture then. If it's like, I look disgusted.
And I'm like, Matt might be okay with that, but I'm not okay with that. So yeah, there was one that I vetoed to protect Matt because I'm like, we don't have a corresponding expression.
Yeah, a corresponding CB.
That would have been fine, especially since she's still a teenager.
Yeah.
You're an adult,
and I'm an adult just going, ugh.
That's so cute. I was like, nope, I do have. So now you all know I do care about your images and I do protect you as best I can. I just have low bars for a lot of things.
I semi-protect you just enough. Where it's like,
just enough.
He could get in trouble.
More than myself. I'm okay with looking. All right, so we should go into, what time is it? Do we want this to be our final sprint, or do we want to do one more after this one? I know I normally ask you this in chat. You can answer me in chat.
I'm cool with whichever. I'll probably be able to, if not finish my edits, come really close to actually, no, 2 would probably be good for me because.
Okay, then we'll do 2 more so you can finish your edits.
Yeah, I would like to get that done tonight.
You chill, Cody?
Sure.
Cool.
Fuck it, why not? I'm just currently looking up photographers and photo shoot spaces.
Cody's like, You're telling me I will have 2 more chances to do all this? Yes.
You mean I'm not doing it right now as we're speaking?
While I agree, the more sprints, the better. A lot of my regulars have early shifts or school, so it is dictated by how late they can stay up. A lot of them are also in like the time zone right to the right of me, so like it's 9 for me, it's 10 for them.
Which is very funny that we're all in the same time zone.
All of you. All of you.
I just got Fox just sent me
I think the only one
picture.
who isn't is Jenna.
It's not the one I thought it was, but yes.
Yeah, she's the only one. Everyone else.
Can I show Matt?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. Right before we hop into this next sprint, I give you
disgusted Matt.
Yes. Ah, shit. I meant to zoom in. Hold on. There you go.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
See? Right? Like if you didn't know him and you just saw this expression directed at this teenage girl.
Yeah. I'd be like, wow, what a dick.
Like you can hear me going,
You can. It's an audible thing.
I did. I even went,
I wish I knew what was going on when that picture was taken, because it was definitely one of those where like we were talking and my photographer just went and
you were
snagged
confused.
the picture, but I don't know what we were talking about.
What did I say? I was like, it's 8 here, so it's 9 where you are.
We were talking about how everyone like we're all in the same time zone except
for you. I know, but Haley said it's almost 10 here actually, and I'm like, yes. What did I say?
Because it's almost 9 there, and it's 10 here.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. But
yeah,
I'm in the same time zone as. Yes, all of you, you traitor. No, I'm kidding.
No,
listen, it just means we're super close and we can visit at any time. Ooh, which reminds me, I actually do have a picture of the Sun 2 Fox.
What keeps happening to me is I always have a 5 a.m. shift on Mondays, to where like by the time stream rolls around, like the last sprint, you see me just crash.
We were just like.
But I need to get these edits done, so I think I can do.
Well, we're here. We'll keep you awake.
Yeah.
So.
Just start screaming if you start to see me just drifting a little bit.
John,
in the middle of a sprint.
Cody, you better fucking warn me. I've heard how loud you can get, and I have a migraine. We will have words if you make it worse.
Listen, every time my boss answers the phone, she has to turn down her phone when I pick up because I scream. Apparently,
I need you to be like, warning, Cody yelling,
warning, incoming,
so that everybody can do it. Yeah. Fox said he might actually have 5. I'll sort it eventually. All right, so Fox, what you're telling me is I need to make a Milanote task list for you to go through all my regular folders again. Because you still haven't gone through Sophie's since the photo shoot.
If you want more Fox approved, beg on a stream.
Bring it up on stream.
Beg publicly, and he might do it.
Publicly shame him.
Fox, there is, yes, me of all people telling someone they're super loud. It happens.
I am really loud, and I don't have a control volume.
All right, so count us down. I apparently have a
Pirates,
yelling list to make.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Let me switch out the banners. There you go.
3, 2, 1, go.
And we're back. How did everybody do that sprint?
I sent a contact request to a photographer that I liked her photos about rates.
Nice.
Cool.
I am trying to clean up the phrasing of a sentence and spent the sprint working on that.
Ah, yes. I needed to go to another Milanote board to fetch Jess's folder link, and my Milanote decided to take 8 years doing that. So I was like sitting here like, if I wasn't streaming, I'd be done with this by now.
But because I'm streaming, it says no.
Yep. I also was making task lists for Fox to go through everybody's folders, so that he knows that he should. And now I get to harass him about it on occasion too. It's like, did you look at that folder yet? About that folder. About this one.
Isn't it just so nice to just be like, yes, for a little bit I can harass you, sir.
But like, it's a constant back and forth with us.
As I'm sure.
There's always something to harass the other one about. Sailor Moon, let's talk. What did chat do? He's like, how the fuck dare you give me homework? That's my job. You asked for it. Oh, also, Fox said begging is a currency that he accepts. So
good to know.
Really good to know information.
I am so not above begging.
Me either. Nope.
I am so far below begging, you have no idea.
I am very much down to plead and like y'all know. You've you've both received DMs from me. My buddy, my pal, my friend.
So good.
Yes.
It's an art form.
I love you. I appreciate your face. You're the best human in the world. What do you need, Sam? Well, so.
I can't start a sentence with "Hey Fox" without him going, "What you need," because he knows it's about to follow.
Oh, my boss! Every time she answers the phone, oh hey,
welcome. We hope you enjoy the chaos.
Yes,
nom apples.
Oh, I want an apple so bad.
I am in the set up my book process where you research, make personalities, and pick the setting. Cool. The prep work is a fun time. I can't wait to work. One of my weekly goals is to pick all of the major plot points for my outline and decide where book 1 is going to end. And that's
that's fun.
Like, I have the overarching plot of the series, and I vaguely know where I want certain things to happen, but I'm like, I actually need to finalize where book 1 ends, because like once I decide that, theoretically things will go faster.
I need, like, I have so much work to do. I have, like, on my book, I just need to do it, and I'm kind of been like, oh, but I have like other plans or other things. No, I need to just crack down on this.
Oh shit, hold on, I have to. Let's talk Sailor Moon Super S.
Because by the end of the second quarter, I want to be either already outlining or finishing up things so I can start outlining. That is my current goal.
My goal for this month is to finish my outline. It's like whatever percentage my website says. Looks around.
I was just gonna say, well, let us bring up Samantha.
Just do that for me, Cody. That would be much appreciated.
As I remember how to get to your website.
So, Diamond Book, which your project's about? I have to go correct on literally all of my to-do list. It says that the 24th, it's a write-in, and I'm like, that's not accurate.
I saw that and I was like, that says write-in, but I don't know if she's gonna catch that or not.
You can always correct my thing. I don't mind. Sophie did. She was like, "Is Matt's in the thumbnail? He's in the description, but the title says Jess." And I'm like, "Yes, I missed that when I was copy pasting. Thank you." But then she got caught in a GIF war between me and Fox, as he yelled at me in GIF form, and I'm like, "Sir, I sent that link to you days ago. Nobody noticed." The one that we should really judge for not noticing is Matt, though.
What? No.
Ooh, okay, I will say I do
Because
like.
it's his name missing from the title.
Look, I hate to bring up how humble I am yet again in this stream, but I was just
we
willing
get it, Matt. You're so humble.
to share the glory.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I was just
That
like,
what's going on there?
I was like, my teammate helped bring me to victory. Give her some spotlight.
I'm sure Jess would have loved to know that she was supposed to be here today.
I will
For the record,
say
she was not.
I do like the outlining. I do like the novel process bars.
Thank
like
you.
them.
I don't know how they're done. I just know how to edit them.
They look good. Whoever did it, if Fox did it or you did, whoever did it, they look good.
No, it was so because I'm too helpful by nature to like anybody, I will literally help people who have crossed or not treated me well. So there's certain things, especially to do with my website, that Fox has said you're not allowed to tell anybody how this works. Like, I genuinely don't know what the template or whatever is called that he started it with, because I was not allowed to tell anyone.
I was gonna say,
because I didn't bother to remember.
And so I was like, I kind of want to steal this idea, but I don't know how it's done.
So for the progress bar, I actually encourage people to put a progress bar on their like project site of their website, because I think it's really nifty and I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. I just can't tell you how to do it because I have no idea, and I don't know if I'm allowed to know it.
I was gonna say, is that one of those things that you're not allowed to tell anyone about nothing?
No, it's just one of those things that I just don't know. He found some way to do it, and that is the extent of my knowledge. He may have even told me at one point, but I was like, I just need to know how to edit it. And
Fox opened a technological portal and just pulled it out and stuck it onto the website.
Dude, yes. Listen, as far as you could tell me, Fox just pulled it out of his ass and put it up and be like, yep, sounds accurate. Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. I don't know. He's not saying, so like, so he's not saying one of those secret things. Perhaps. I'm not.
Because I saw that, I'm like, ooh, I like that. I like this idea. I would steal this idea. I just don't know how it's done.
I want people to steal the progress bar, like not identically, but the idea of it.
No. And I told my bosses the other day, I'm like, because we're looking at like our competitions, like advertisements and websites. I'm like, I'm gonna let you know right now, Chaz. He's like, what? So I'm a caser. I copy and steal everything. If I like it, copy, paste, screenshot, throw it over there.
At least you're honest about it.
Oh yeah, listen. I read a book that's the like, it was basically like an art book, and like chapter 1 was artists steal everything. There's no originality. Artists steal everything they can get. If they can get away with it, they'll just take it all. I'm like, this is accurate. Of course, then it's like, you take something, but then you make it your own. You don't just take it and then republish it. But
one of the things I did for my website, which I will do a video on website stuff that will have Fox approved information in it.
Have like a little stamp in the bottom. Like,
a little Fox stamp?
I could use one of his little Fox overlays.
This information has been Fox approved.
Also, yes. Fox said you're not wrong, Cody.
About what?
About everything is stolen.
Oh yeah.
Or nothing, yeah. All those things.
Or just little goblins that just.
But
copy and steal everything. Casing is what you do.
What was I about to say? I'm fighting hardcore with this file.
You're still fighting the file?
Well, it's a different thing.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, dang, is it the same one? Dang. I did not want to go down without a fight.
It doesn't want to be put in my Mila note and I'm going to murder it. But yeah, and like I'm going to do a video on like website stuff, and there was a reason that one of the first things that I did when we started deciding on the concept of my website is that I went and I looked at other authors' websites that I liked, and I wrote things that I liked about them and that I didn't like about them.
Mm-hmm.
And so we figured that out. The one thing that I would like that I don't have, but I don't have justification for yet, is a search bar in my website. One day I will have enough shit that's a thing.
Because I literally Googled, so like in my one window that is currently up that has 5 different subjects in it now, about to have 6. I literally have like authors that I like. I have their websites up because I was doing the exact same thing where I'm like, what do I like? What do I not like? What do you have? What do you not have?
Yes, I will say Sherilyn Kenyon has one of my favorite websites, but she also just has so much content.
There's one I saw that I really liked. It is
Fox, go see if that photo works for you or not, because it was fighting me so hardcore.
I'm probably gonna butcher her last name, but it's Romy Neustadt.
Mm-hmm.
I really like her website. And I'm like, oh, I like this. I like a lot of things on here. But what do I like about it?
Fox says you've reminded me that the 50 rules of Fox marketing exist, and I forgot. I forgot that was a thing too. Fox has a Milo note now that says the 50 rules of marketing according to Fox, and I will make a video out of that one day. I have.
I was gonna say. So, how much begging do I have to do to get access to this?
You just have to ask him. It says Milo note board.
Like, how much begging, Fox? I will beg. I will plead. I will send you so much cornbread.
Oh.
Do not test me. Speaking of that,
excuse me, I have to draw an arrow on my Milo note board.
It's so funny. My boss like kind of makes fun of me for having a Milo note for everything.
Well,
in a sense to where he's like, oh, don't forget to make a note in your Milo note. I'm like, yes, Chaz, I have one, and it's delightful.
You're just jealous. You're jealous. You don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
What did I miss? I don't know. Talking about marketing and websites and progress bars, I think.
Fox.
And how awesome Fox is.
Yeah. Although I may have sold them on Skillshare, just saying.
Yes. Well, Skillshare is really good.
I casually talked to him about it. He's like, sell me on this. After the first paragraph, he's like, all right, I'm already sold. I'm like, oh shit, okay, cool. And then he's like, and I told him all the pricing. He's like, that's pretty decent pricing.
Yes, good.
And then I told him more stuff. He's like, you should quit talking. You already sold me on this. Let me do my own investigating.
I'm done.
Yeah. I was like, oh wow, I had a full pitch. When I tell you I had a 3-paragraph pitch ready for this man. All I needed was 1 sentence, apparently. I was like, damn.
I mean, that's fair. I'll do that with like shows and some of my friends. I'm like, well, there's this thing and it's this, and I like this about it. And they're like, oh. They're like, okay. And I'm like, and then, oh, I see. I was unprepared for how easy that was.
I know, right? I literally was like, oh, I have a full-ass pitch. Okay, never mind. I guess I don't anymore. I have her fixated on this real hard. My brain was like, buddy, make sure this is good.
I'll have the opposite type thing happen to me because I'm really picky with like any media I consume. So I'll have people like trying to pitch me a TV show that I should watch, and they'll like keep going. And I'm just like,
Shut the fuck
Not
up.
convinced yet?
Cool. Yeah. Sounds like you enjoyed that a lot. I'm not gonna watch it.
I mean, that too is fair.
Yeah. So there's a show called Arcane. It's great.
Okay, that's actually funny you mentioned that.
Wait, what? Oh, Arcane?
I brought up
one
Arcane.
of my friends was actually succeeded, and I was like, okay, I kind of really want to watch Arcane.
It's so good.
Okay, so what you need to know about Arcane is that I say you need to watch Arcane, and I don't tell anybody that they need to watch anything.
This is true.
Like you can ask anybody who's ever been given a recommendation by me. I'll be like, oh well, I think you might like this, this, and this for this reason, but I don't actually say you have to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you have to watch Arcane.
She's only told me to read that I have to read 2 books, and both books were amazing. So,
no, it was my coworker, and she was just like, "I've known you, I've worked with you for like over 2 years. If I know anything about you, it's that you would love Arcane and need to go watch it." I'm like, that's fair.
I mean, I agree. So the thing with Arcane is that it's based on a video game, sort of. It is nothing like the video game at all.
No.
They're like, it's the origin story of these characters. No, it's the rewritten origin story of these characters.
And
but it's technically a 3-part story because they released the first 3 episodes, and then there's a time skip, and then you have the second arc, and then they release the other 3, and it's all about relationships and duality. So it's like it's about siblinghood and parental relationships, and the best dad is a villain, Matt.
He's the best dad.
Is a villain.
Like,
you're gonna love him, and there's a murder girl.
There's a murder girl.
There's a well-written murder girl.
I think that actually might have been one of her supporting like points of like, and there's this murder girl, and I'm like,
and the murder girl
know me.
The murder girl is a personal favorite of Chris and me, like part of the reason we watched the series. You know those that 13-part tattoo that Chris got to finish his sleeve?
Mm-hmm.
It's her tattoo because she's got clouds and bullets on her arm, so now he has clouds and bullets. That's like how hard we stan her. Like Cody messaged me, he's like, I don't know if you've ever played League of Legends or heard of Arcane, and I'm like, bruh, I played League for 6 years.
Yeah, this is the conversation you entered earlier.
I was like, I saw Arcane as it came out. Cody and I have each other on Snapchat, so I went to like Chris's waifu wall where he's got like 8 League of Legends women, and then I went over to Chris and I took his arm out from under him, and I was like, let me borrow this, and I showed Cody the tattoos. I was like, we might know a little bit about League.
I will say, after watching so many reviews, I'm glad I went in as blind as I did.
Yeah. I will say, like, definitely you'll enjoy Arcane more if you've never played League. And don't play League because you like
Don't do it. Do not do it. Because, like, I've seen so many reviews, and then one dude was like, I hate retcons! I'm like, oh, buddy.
One of my favorite things is, so the League community in general is very divisive and, like, rarely agrees on things. But almost unanimously, the League community is like, don't play the game just because you watch the show. Like,
yeah,
you're not gonna have a good time.
I've seen that too. I've seen that argument even before I watch the show. They're like, if you've seen the show, don't play the game. Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
Because Arcane was designed for, like, new people to come in, and you really don't have to. If anything, knowing things about the game will just make you dislike Arcane or like certain things. So
it'll skew your judgment.
We're trying to protect you.
Yes.
From the toxicity that is.
As someone who's never played League and someone who's played League a lot,
don't
much. Play it.
My Amumu main. I mean, I haven't played in a couple years, but I used to main Amumu.
As someone who knows like the top iceberg.
I used to play ranked. Let me tell you. But yeah, like for example, the 2 characters who you've seen everywhere, the pink hair and the blue hair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's taken Riot when they released them. They released the pink hair first, and they released the blue hair, and everybody's like, "Wait, are they sisters?" Because there's like they've got these things, and there are these quotes and everything. League didn't like. Riot was like, maybe. Arcane comes out, and the community's like, motherfuckers, we knew it. But also, why is Jinx suddenly younger?
Also,
she was the older one.
There was a siblings day photo that they put up on Twitter, and Vi and Jinx were in the same photo. And then they took it down.
But the community's like, so they are siblings. And it's like, no.
They went, oh,
yeah, no.
Riot is famous for their retconning and for changing their minds and never confirming anything. Tryndamere and Ash used to be married. They were like the one confirmed married couple, and then they got a redesign, and they're like, well, maybe they might date. maybe they might date.
The show is so good. It's
They
so
were
well
married.
So like I think they have a crush, and it's like they're married.
Also,
They have wedding rings.
Warwick used to be this just werewolf monster thing whose sole purpose was to go around and try to eat this elf lady. That was his plot. That was his background. Now Arcane may have an actual backstory where Warwick started as human, and I'm like, I mean, I'm sure some people are going to be pissed, but I actually like this better.
But I'm intrigued.
I am intrigued. Tell me more.
Also, everything is connected.
Yeah.
And everything is foreshadowed.
Fucking everything. There's like also like League fans are so in deep. They're like, this one character said this quote about a bird. Is that our girl Janna? Is that our wind goddess of Zon? Is that her? And I'm like, God damn you people. Listen, I can barely keep up with Viego's new plot line, and y'all are just like, the bird quote.
The bird.
Yeah, and then there was like one person looking at a pocket watch, and they're like, is it this person? Is she gonna be there? And it's like, wow, okay, y'all are real excited.
Also, like, they changed Echo's age, and the community is like, why is Echo's age different?
I thought I saw that. I was like, that looks weird.
But he was in the first place. His official artwork is questionable as to how old he is or is not. I will say though, like Matt, you already know some League stuff without even knowing you know League stuff, I think.
Maybe.
Because
so he may know the same amount of level as I do.
No, hold on. There's a joke amongst some of us in the community that while we don't do Riot Games anymore, like Riot Games is basically just there to promote their music. Because they make music now using the characters from the game. So like Kata, whom sings Baddest, Villain, all
Pop Stars,
those songs that I've sent, and Burn It All Down, that song that you've been obsessed with. That was the song for the League of Legends World Tournament this year. They have some great, let me tell you, you want some good like war, some good fight songs about like warriors who need motivation going into battle. Fucking Riot Games World Champion songs. They're like, oh, so good. Also, Burn It All Down is implied to be Jinx's song from Arcane. Implied.
Also, there's Get Jinxed, which she listens to.
When Vi was the first champion released with a theme song, Jinx was the first champion released with a music video. They made a full-ass music video to promote the release of that champion.
And then what I was going to
say. And it made the fandom fall in love with her because she does this lip-biting thing, and the fandom was like, oh, God! And I'm like, y'all some thirsty motherfuckers.
It's an e-girl, and she bit her lip.
She is not an e-girl.
Well, you know, some people would be like, well, if you didn't know her before, you'd look at her and be like, she's an e-girl, she has blue hair.
This was before e-girls. Nobody was thinking that. They were like, oh, she's Harley Quinn, and Riot's like, actually she's Joker. And like other fans are like, how y'all not know she's Joker? She dances with a dead body. And I'm like,
also, have you ever heard the song Enemies by Imagine Dragons? It was for Arcane.
Oh yeah, Riot had partnered with Imagine Dragons to do a song before, but there's like some weird copyright thing, so Imagine Dragons kept the copyrights to that, and League had to do a cover. But I guess there's no hard feelings because they partnered with them again for the theme song of Arcane.
Yes, and they're even in Arcane. Well, they're not them themselves, but there's a band playing that song, and it's supposed to be Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, it's like, it's wild. But aside from that, I think Arcane is just a really good and well-written show, and you don't have to know it. You don't even have to catch everything.
Yeah. I caught I didn't even catch all the things, and I was like, this is so fucking good. Like, I'm already on my second watch through, and I finished it like a week ago.
Yeah, the person that recommended it to me, I'm almost certain doesn't play League and
Maybe
doesn't even know that it's connected.
Yeah.
Just send that person the Burn It song and be like, yeah, my friend who knows things about League says that this is supposed to be for, it's either Jinx or Silco. Could be both. But
Just send it and be like, what does this make you think of Arcane? Any characters stand out? See what they say.
Any characters? Who you think it is?
Also, like, the fight scenes are so good. Like, they're so good. I was like, oh man, this fight scene's really good. I should bring it up. But this one's also really good. But
One thing
also really good.
Well, one thing that you will need, in my opinion, not need to know, but should know going into Arcane is that the animation style is very, very specific to Riot Games. It's this mix of this grim, dark CGI and 2D like effects and stuff. And there's actually certain times when they go in and out of different animations. So, which I like and I think looks really cool.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Like, the only 3D objects are just the characters. Everything else is 2D painted.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
The only thing that's 3D is the characters. All the backgrounds, everything that's... I've seen so many videos. They said everything... Because that's for Tisha's specialty, is all the backgrounds are all 2D painted and projected.
But not every... Like... the weaponry and all of that is...
I mean, anything that like a character picks up is 3D. But like if you like the skylines and shit, or like the background.
Oh yeah, they went like early 2000s anime.
Yeah, like
for that.
Yeah, like then that's in that sense. It's like if they're picking it up, it's 3D, but if it's not being touched, it's a 2D asset, but you cannot tell.
All right. So for the final, I have to exit those tabs. Final sprint of the night. Welcome back, Mary. We were just discussing Arcane and Legends. It's fine.
It's fine. Arcane's good. Go watch it. That's all you missed.
For the record, I don't. It's not something that I automatically think everybody will love. I just am confident Matt will.
Yes.
So,
timer theme?
Apple. I'm still thinking about the apple that Candy let me got.
He's still got an apple on his mind.
As soon as the sprint starts, I'm going and grabbing an apple.
We don't have any apples.
I'm jealous.
I don't know if I have apples. If I don't have apples, good night. I'm driving to the store.
Good night. I'm driving to the
you
store.
have to finish your edits.
I need an apple.
The second stream is for you specifically, Matt.
More than anything, though, I need an apple.
All right, this looks close enough to apple trees.
Yeah.
All right.
This be our final timer, right?
Yes.
Our final
Let me go put that banner up.
So I was like, let me real quick. I'm about to listen to Burn It All Down because I'm pretty sure I have, but I just don't know. So I'm like, let me go.
Listen to the live performance. Because the video with that one is so much better.
Oh, wait. Is it the one that Chris sent me yesterday?
I don't know.
I cried?
Probably not.
Okay.
Not if you cried. That doesn't sound like the right vibe for Burn It Down.
No, it was the monster you made. It was the 2021 Game Awards dude singing that.
Yeah.
And I was literally like, Chris, you can't. I will cry. And then I did.
Yeah, because he found out that Sting sings that song, so now he's obsessed. All right, but go ahead.
Okay, ready to go? In 3, 2, 1, pop it.
Welcome back, everybody.
I was just jamming the music. I had no idea as the time went by.
I finished gathering assets, so now all I have to do is wait until Fox sends me my thumbnails, and then I schedule all the things, and then y'all get the spam links.
Then we all get the spam links and all the fun things.
Yes.
I managed to find an apple. It was the last apple, and it was just covered in bad spots.
Oh,
but I'm like,
no.
But I'm like, an apple is an apple, and I need an apple. So I just trimmed off the bad spots and ate this not good apple, but it was an apple.
How did your edits go?
Oh, no, I ate an apple.
For 20 minutes.
No,
he just peeled it with a knife, like a paring knife, just like a sliver at a time, and just
But yeah, I'm on the last big edit, or it's not a big edit. It's one line that needs to be cleaned up a little bit, and I have a few solutions that I'm weighing. But this one line has given me trouble from the very first draft to now.
Do you want to DM me the options and I can weigh in?
Yeah, I can ask you about them.
I'd offer my help, but I'm not going to be much help.
I mean, you can do it right now if you want. The kids are watching a movie. It's still not school night.
Okay, yeah, I'll shoot it to you. Well, I still have to type out because one of the options is restructuring the entire paragraph to make the line make some more sense, and one is just changing the line.
I was going to be like, well, Cody and I can entertain chat, but I mean, I understand if you don't want to do that right now.
Yeah.
I can type it up if y'all are down to entertain chat.
Cody entertained chat for 3 minutes straight on his own every time we had to write in the holiday.
3 times.
Good. Now he has me here.
Yeah, and now I have someone to bounce off.
And I'm sure the 6 people still here this late at night don't care.
Yeah.
Do you chat? You good?
Stay here for the long haul at this point.
Their bedtime is nigh.
Yeah, it's just they're all.
I got a word there. Yeah, I after I did all that, I had to pee. Like I have needed to pee since the end of the last sprint, but instead of going pee first, I finished everything I needed to do. And then so then I went to the bathroom and I'm like, I've got like 3 minutes left. So I just grabbed this. I need to take off the "We're Still Sprinting" banner.
I was just jamming to music while trying to kind of organize my tabs, and then I just got lost jamming to music.
Nice. I was able to highlight, because that's what I do for my weekly goals. I like list them and then I highlight them when I finish them. And I was able to highlight 2 of them for this week, and then I looked at pick all major plot points and I cried. And then it was like decide how book 1 ends, and I cried more on the inside.
I need to make like a book checklist for all the shit I need to do, because like I understand like I have to work on like the basic like attributes of my main character, but like I just have work on MC. Like I don't have like an actual list to be like, okay, like small things I could take off. Be like, what about my MC do I need to work on? I should do that.
That is a thing I cannot help with because I don't.
Which is fine.
That's not my process. Yeah.
I'm also still trying to figure out my process. So,
but fun actually, time. Because I took 2 seconds to think, I might be able to help you. See, in here, in this part of the Clever Fox Planner, it has a goals.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, what you could do is, like, for your goal, you could be like, develop MC, and then it's like, what are your milestones for that? And you could be like, or you could be.
It's like what is your plan of action?
Attributes. Yeah. It's like work on attributes, work on physical, what they look like. You could do that with your milestones, or you could be like, get like your goal could be get ready to outline, and then milestone 1 work on MC, and then you itemize what you need to do for your MC.
I will luckily say I do have his physical description down.
See, it's like, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I've got like deep clean house, and then it's like upstairs, and I have each of the kids' rooms listed: the bathroom, the hallway, then downstairs 1, downstairs 2, the garage den. Also, like right here, what I like about the goals is it'll be like, here's your goal, and then if you achieve your goal, how will your life improve? And then it makes it like
you're like not as stressed.
Yeah, not as stressed. I'll be able to work on things.
Because like my thing is like I have thought dumps. Like I have like in my thought dumps, I have like ideas of what I kind of want to add, but like I don't know how my characters would react to those situations. So I just have them as tabs right now.
Mm-hmm.
And for me to fill out later, and they're all empty. Most of them were filled, but I'm like, I changed a lot of things during this time, so I kind of understand this concept, or I was like, ooh, what is this like telling me? All right, cool, I'll turn this into a tab, delete everything, and now I have to go through and fill everything back out again.
Got you. Sorry.
When I reset hard. Like I just reset everything.
I didn't realize there was a cat that had invaded.
Oh, I heard a cat, and I was like, ooh, a cat.
He's over there, about to cause trouble.
I don't know your boy Cat's well enough to.
But you knew that was one of the boys.
You said he.
No, that's fair. You also had a 3 out of 4 chance.
Yeah, so like I had a 3 or 4 chance.
That one's
like,
Balder.
I was like, I know it's not Artemis, because Artemis usually would be here by now, and also Sam would be like, oh look, the patron saint of the stream, and or she would probably be there by now.
Yeah, that's Balder. He's the one who's normally mixed up with Artemis because they're both tuxedo cats.
And then you have the pure black cat, who's rarely seen.
But Artemis does not actually look like a tuxedo. She looks like a cow. But she's still called a tuxedo cat because she's black and white. And yes, the all black one is Freyr.
Okay, and like I know one of them starts with an F, and it's kind of like Freya, but it's not Freya. Or Faust, but it's not Faust.
Well, he used to be Freya. But what happened was his balls dropped. And so I guess I'm like, oh, you're Freyr. Which people think I was just Malinizing Freya's name. And I'm like, no, Freya has a brother named Freyr. He's a god. He's there.
Yeah, he do be existing.
He do be a thing.
Yeah, he be. You know how in TSC we have given nicknames to most of the characters, like Art, Daddy, Stabby, Mama, things like that?
Yes.
I have in my thought dump
nicknames.
I have one in my thought dump, Restaurant Mommy. And like a part of me is like, I kind of want to get rid of it because I don't have any use for it, but I really want to keep it in there.
I'm so focused on typing. But I just heard Restaurant Mommy, and I was just...
Hey, that's just like, he's been so focused this whole time. And then
he heard Restaurant Mommy. I just see him go, just
like,
look up.
What?
Yeah. Yes. But I'm like, I don't have any use for it, but I don't want to delete it.
Chris and I started watching Jujutsu Kaisen, and I'm like, I don't know much
the other show I've been commanded to watch.
I was like, I don't know much about this show. But most of what I know about this show is that fandom has deemed him Daddy Gojo. And that is the extent of my
Daddy Gojo.
Well, that, and they're like demon hunters, so it's kind of like Bleach, but not Bleach. So don't tell me anything. You already said too much. I'm only a couple episodes in.
Oh, I was mainly going to talk about Sukuna, but okay.
Still too much.
I love that first episode.
Like you don't understand the extent of no fucking spoilers I am.
Listen, I'm the same way to you, remember? Every time I talk about books, I just blast at you 5,000 theories.
It's because my enjoyment comes out of figuring things out. And even even the most innocuous comment is going to stick in there. And then and when the moment comes, I'm going to piece it together, and then I get irritable.
Same. I'm that same person. As you could tell, I am that person.
Jesse's like, mass reaction to Restaurant Mommy killed me.
Because
you were still half focused. That's That's the thing. So it's like half of your face was focused and the other was reactive.
Because you were just like, you're just like, like this half completely focused. This half was like, what is happening?
Like I was not hearing any of the conversation. Like I have no idea what you guys were talking about, but I just heard restaurant mommy, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. What's going on?
I was just
like just now your eyebrows did the same thing, but because your mouth actually reacted too, it's a completely different experience. Like I swear, go back and watch your face.
Yeah, it was great. I kind of wish we had clips so we could clip that.
I can.
We should clip that.
I can do clips. But yes, now you two entertain chat while I read these things. Assuming these are all the options, Matt.
Yeah, those are kind of the two I have thought of at the moment.
All right.
So, where Restaurant Mommy came from is I was telling Sam how, in TSC and TSS, we given everyone nicknames, right? Like there's Artist Daddy, Stabby Mama. In my thought dumps, I have Restaurant Mommy. And I have no use for it, but I don't want to delete it because I still like it.
Yeah.
Because I have a character who owns a diner. So
one of my thought dumps is just Smoky Sad Boy.
Yeah, listen, I get it. It's just, you're just like, I have no use for you, but I really don't want to get rid of you because, like, and she owns a diner. She's not a mom. She's kind of a mom. Like, and it's just like,
I've never met a diner owner, but like, I feel like diner owners just inherently give off parent vibe.
I've met a few, and the ones I have met, some are either like grizzled veteran style or mom.
Yeah.
It's one of the two of the ones I've met. I don't know if it's Michigan or what, but it's either grizzled veteran or mother.
Like anytime I picture like a stereotypical diner owner, they're really sweet.
Yeah. Tends to be the case. Because like a diner is like a family place.
And on diners, drive-ins, and dives, the people are generally pretty nice.
Yeah. Listen, I love me a good diner. Although here we call them conies.
There's like no diners around here.
I would say cross the border and come up here, but they're all called conies. So it's very discouraging, but they're all pretty much diners.
I'm just fascinated that diners are called conies because to me that's a hot dog.
Right? Like, a coney is a dish.
Very specific thing. There is no other.
Yeah, no, our diners here are Coney
Hi,
Island.
Candy. Thanks for sticking with us this long.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Yeah, the restaurants are even called, like, Leo's Coney Island. Oh, that one had to feel good.
It was there.
It went through.
They don't feel good or bad.
Don't feel good or bad. It just felt.
Just exists.
True neutral.
Yes.
And I'm going through my like.
I actually don't burp the way that I used to when I was younger. They used to be much more loud, but like less frequent. Now everything. I breathe air and I burp, so I don't know why I'm so much more gaseous in my older age, but it's also.
I literally just breathed in air and burp. Not even gonna lie, my body was like, "Oh, we talking about burping? Excuse me a moment."
No, you're the one who came in here. Now you're stuck.
Oh, the cat.
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
Meow. I love meowing at my cat.
Like,
it's
mother,
so
I don't appreciate your tone. Meow.
And I'm in my general like thought dumps, and I just have WWE body slam through a table.
Yes.
Because that's what my boss threatened me with that one day. We weren't actually like fighting. Like we were getting to like a little bit of a heated argument where like a joke became like kind of an actual fight.
Oh no.
And to end it, she's like, "I will WWE body slam you through this table from a ladder." Oh.
Can I help you, sir?
He said, "You've been ignoring me, mother. I will come
necessary?
to you." You ignore me, I come to you.
It's more like he wanted to come give me a piece of his mind, but not get in my lap because no, he would never.
It's Yeah, so that's why that's in there. WWE body slam through a table because I got threatened that one day at work. And I'm like, I'm writing this down.
Nice.
Too funny.
I was putting my Monday schedule in the server because when I, like, if I keep up with the schedule, then it's fine. But if I don't, I will get at least 1 or 2 DMs. That's like, excuse me. They're like, so where's the schedule? I don't know when I'm going. And I'm like, oh shit, people actually use that.
I do. I only use it once, and then I put everything in my Google Docs or in my Google Calendar, and I schedule off of work, and then I'm like, all right, cool, I'm good to go.
Yes, I tricked Google Calendar into thinking I will use it, but I'm really just using How About, and they just coexist. I have a very complicated relationship with Google. In the fact that I like Google things, but I won't use most of their organizational tools. Like, I hate Google Docs. I hate Google Calendar.
I used Google Docs forever, and then I switched before I used Milanote, and now I use Milanote.
I use Google Docs for everything because it's what I was trained in.
Yeah. I installed Google Docs on my laptop just for you, Matt, and Fox was like, how dare you not do that for me? And I'm like, you didn't ask me to. And he's like, that's not the point.
That's not the point.
I'm like, we use Dropbox. We already have a system. Why would you mess with it? So are you done, Matt?
I think I'm done. I have to add one sentence, but I already know what the sentence is going to be, and so that'll be good. And then I can send this back away, and hopefully, just never look at it again.
Send it until it comes back, and then you're like, "Fuck, I have to look at this again."
Because I am so tired of reading it.
That's how you know you're doing good. You're tired of reading your own shit.
See, I honestly don't know because I've never gotten tired of reading any of my own writing, or at least not sick of it. I've gotten to where I'll start skimming because I'm bored because I've read it, but then I find a part that I really like. But I am the only person I know like that. And whenever I tell somebody that, they're always like, well, just wait until you have to do this 500 times. And I'm like, what makes you think I have?
What makes you think I did it already?
I haven't reread anything I've written 500 times. I'm just that entertained by myself.
It's so funny because I thought I would be like that and not get tired of it. I thought I would be, because the first handful of times I was like, wow, I'm still really enjoying this. And then I just kept doing rounds of self-edits and I was like, no. And then they'll talk of and then when you're finally doing self-edits and are I'm all done, I did it, it's done. And then you get the professional edit back and it's like, ugh. And I had that exact same thing happen. I forgot that I was going to be getting a professional edit back. And so when I did, I was just like, oh no, I have to read it again. I have to edit it again.
I don't know. I have a line in one of my stories that I really like, or in a little short story, and I haven't read it in a while. So I'm like, oh, this is a short story I haven't read in a while. And I got to that line and I laughed out loud really hard. And I was like, I wrote this.
That's always the best when you get to a line that you wrote that makes you laugh out loud.
Yeah, I laughed way too
hard. I'm going to be going over Not For Her and All That Glitters again. Just one more final revision read before I find an editor to send them to. And I'm going to try so hard not to just screenshot my writing to send to people. Be like, did y'all read this? Because it's been long enough that I don't remember a lot of what I wrote. But I know there are going to be moments when I'm like, I'm a clever bitch. I know when I get to the end and the end mirrors the beginning, I'm going to be like, look at that. Look at that skill.
I had something just like that happen today because Jesse's doing a second read through of my novel, and he showed me a thing. And he's like, knowing what I know now, this makes me so sad. And I'm like,
yes, good.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I have a short. I'm currently not working. I mean, I should work on it more, but I want to finish it because I really want to have other people read it and be like, "Isn't it good, guys? Isn't it great?"
That's my favorite thing. Just like, be lucky y'all aren't Fox, because sometimes I'll just be like, look at this paragraph I just finished. Look, I did another paragraph.
Listen, there's so many times I get like ideas in my brain. And I'm like, I really want to tell Sam about this idea, but I don't know if she'll just appreciate me just sending her character ideas all the time.
I don't care, dude. The other day I was like, this is a scene that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you did do that to me, didn't you?
I didn't. There was nothing leading up to it. Just here's a scene, and you're like,
interesting, and you're like, what does that mean? Is that good or bad?
Good, bad. I need to know. Interesting could be 5 things.
It was the first time that happened to me. I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. You're like, I wrote this. I'm like, okay.
I do it to Matt sometimes if it has to do with a character I know he likes. I'll be like, Matt, stop hurting me.
Look, I make no promises not to continuously hurt your son for the entire series.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
No promises to not do that.
I'm concerned.
I should really start work on this again because I like the idea and premise behind it. So that way I can get it to other people, be like, you like it too? Hmm?
I look forward to this mysterious short story. I actually was sent a beginning of a fan fiction earlier today that I promised to read tonight, so I get to look forward to that.
Ooh, and then I forgot I have this other. Oh yeah, then I have that little proposal short story I told you about a while ago.
Yes.
I
have so many things planned. Like Bruce is gonna get a short story.
Ooh.
Bruce, the mer shark, whom by the way is only a mer shark, because like Matt left a comment in the critique that was like, his name is Bruce, and he was like, "Is he a shark? Yeah, he has to be a shark now." And I'm like, it's canon now. He is officially Eric's childhood rival,
and he's a shark.
He has a backstory now.
I think you told me that he was a shark, and I was just like, "Oh my god, that sounds great!" I got real excited about this.
Yes.
Like there was no question behind it. I was like gung ho.
So if at any point anybody's like, "Man, I totally didn't get that Bruce was a mer shark," that's fine. You're not supposed to.
He wasn't.
It wasn't there. It is now though. But granted, I'm not 100% certain what Bruce's short story is going to be about yet, but I want to write one about Bruce. I have a couple ideas percolating.
I have a character idea that I probably will never be able to use, and it's
it's
used a lot.
We should probably end the stream. We can hang out after if you want, but we do need to end the stream.
Yes.
We're so used to hanging out.
Right. Like
stream.
I was thinking about it. I was like, wait a second, we're live right now.
We're still going. All right. So wait.
Everyone watching, you have seen a glimpse into what happened.
So what we do, you've seen a glimpse of the after dark.
Yeah, when we leave, we just do this for like another 3 hours.
Yep.
All right, Matt, go.
All right. I am Matt Hollon, 2-time Holiday Bash champ, and also a fantasy writer working on my debut dark fantasy adventure novel. I've also got dark fantasy pirate novel. Or no, it isn't. It's not a novel. There's not chapters.
It's a short story.
It's a short story. It's coming out though, and that's going to be this spring. So follow me on all my socials down there, so you can see where you can read this short story, not a novel. And yeah,
about pirates.
It's about pirates and murder gals.
Cody.
Hello, hi. My name is Cody Keller. I am I just forgot my entire speech. Anywho, hello, hi.
Agent of the gay agenda.
I am. That's the only part I remember.
He writes gay shit because straight people have had it too good for too long. He is the Sparkle King Cody. You can find him at all of his social media linked down below.
Writes about witches and werewolves.
Yes.
I love having other people do my outro. This is great. I should forget to do it more often.
No.
Delegating.
I'll let you start drowning. I will. Don't tell me.
Yeah, that's just pretty much me. I make gay shit. I'll do all the things. Follow me down below. My brain being mushy. It's past my bedtime.
Thank you for coming to the stream. We hope to see you next week. And I am Writing Mom Samantha Nasset. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. This is Artemis, the patron saint of the stream. She has come to say goodnight. When I post videos on Thursdays. When I post them, I hope to be getting back into that now that my chronic illness seems manageable. Maybe, we hope. I host live streams like this on Mondays where we write and do socializing chat stuff like this. Clever Fox Q&As. You really never know what the fuck's gonna happen here. Food will be involved though.
Yep. I was about to say, I was like, did food come up? And it's like I went on an apple quest.
You did.
If you would like to read a sample of my writing on my website, you can read my spooky flash fiction Until Pizza Do Us Part at samanthaalnasset.com. And while you're there, you can sign up to my newsletter to I'm about to be murdered, to keep up to date with all things Sam. If you would like to tip the channel, you can do so at my Ko-fi down below.
Give Sam money.
Give Sam money.
And if not, that's cool too. You can support by liking this stream, subscribing to the channel, and ring-a-dinging that bell so that you are always notified of when I go live or when I post a video. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate your faces, and we'll see you next. Oh, two more things. Sorry. The WWW, which you can find down below, is an event I host 3 times a year. We are looking for monitors to help us during the event. The application is there in the link. And Wednesday, January 5th, I will be on Jenna Morassi's channel to talk about goal setting and chronic illness, which, as you already know, I got a lot to say about goal setting. So yes.
And I'll be there the following Wednesday, and forgot to bring that up. I'll be there the following Wednesday talking about fantasy. And it'll be a great time because I do know a thing or two about it.
And I'm not there at all.
You know what, Cody? You're there in spirit.
And
maybe in the chat.
It's fine.
Right, I just don't think I have an area of expertise for Jenna.
We'll see y'all later. Hopefully I'm not murdered with that fork. Bye.
Bye.